All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle the one question that can make or break you as a new Amazon seller in Australia. If you get this right, everything else is just so much easier. But if you get it wrong, well, it gets expensive fast.
And here it is, right? What should I sell on Amazon Australia? This is the first thing everyone asks. And honestly, it's the exact moment where most new sellers make a huge mistake that stops them in their tracks before they even really get started.
And look, when I say expensive, I am not kidding. We're talking about your hard-earned cash just sitting in a warehouse, tied up in products that nobody's buying. It's a painful lesson, and believe me, it happens very, very quickly. This one decision has real financial consequences. So how do you avoid that painful lesson? Well, first, you've got to understand the playing field. And this is key. Australia is not just a mini USA when it comes to e-commerce. It's a completely different beast with its own set of rules.
Okay, so look at this. The US market, it's huge. Tons of buyers, but also a crazy number of sellers. It's super sophisticated. Australia? Fewer buyers, sure, but way fewer sellers too, and things are just less complicated. Now, here's the kicker. This is a double-edged sword. A bad product? It'll fail, like, immediately. There's just nowhere to hide. But a good product? Man, it can take off so much faster because you're not fighting through all that noise.
Okay, so now that we know the Aussie market is different, let's talk about the mistakes that will absolutely drain your bank account. These are the product ideas that sound super exciting at first, but they're really just traps for new sellers.
Yeah, every single one of these is a classic mistake. You see some US YouTuber talking about a hot product, it probably won't work here. Chasing those viral, trendy things, they'll be dead before your stock even arrives. And don't even get me started on products with batteries or electronics. That's a whole world of headaches with certifications and returns. And big, heavy items, say goodbye to your profits. They'll all go to shipping. See the pattern here? It's all about complexity. Beginners get burned because they try to run before they can walk.
And that brings us to this. This is the big mindset shift you have to make. Your first product should be boring, simple, and predictable. Forget trying to find the next iPhone. Your only goal with your first product is to learn the ropes without losing your shirt. Think about something like a silicone spoon rest. Is it exciting? Heck no. But is it simple? Does it solve a problem? Is it predictable? Yes, yes, and yes. For a beginner, boring is where the money is. All right, so if we're dodging all those complex, money pit products, what should we be looking for? What does a good beginner product actually look like? Let's lay out the blueprint.
Here you go. This is your safety checklist. Let's run our little spoon rest example through it. Is it lightweight and easy to ship? You bet. Are people buying them all year round? Yep. Totally non-seasonal. Does it have batteries or hazardous materials? Nope. Any sizing issues? No way. And is it easy to understand and maybe even improve? Absolutely. You see, it ticks all the boxes for a safe bet.
And here's a really simple rule to live by. If a product idea sounds super exciting or innovative, it's almost definitely not a good beginner product. The moment you think, wow, this is a revolutionary gadget, just pause. That's a huge red flag. It probably means it's too complicated or you'll have to spend a fortune trying to convince people they need it. Save the genius ideas for product number 3.
So where are these boring but profitable products hiding? Well, these categories are gold mines for beginners in Australia. Home, kitchen, pets, simple fitness gear, organization stuff. Why? Because people are already looking for these things. The demand is built in. Our spoon rest fits perfectly in kitchen accessories, a place where you'll find steady demand and, often, really lazy competition.
And that leads us to probably the biggest mindset shift of all. It's not about finding the product that sells the most. It's about finding the one with the biggest opportunity. And to do that, you have to stop thinking like a rookie and start thinking like a pro. Pay attention to this, because this is everything. Beginners get obsessed with high demand. They see a product with a bestseller badge and they just dive in headfirst. But those markets, they're bloodbaths. Experienced sellers, on the other hand, are obsessed with low competition. They know that in Australia, you can make way more money with a simple product that has steady demand and really weak competitors. So what does opportunity actually look like? It's when you find a product where a bunch of sellers are making sales, but they're all doing a pretty bad job. You're not trying to guess what people want, you're looking for proof. So you search for that silicone spoon rest on Amazon, right? And you see 5 sellers are all making decent, consistent sales. Boom, proof of demand. But then you look closer.
Their photos are terrible, their titles are a mess, and the reviews are full of complaints like, I wish it was bigger, or it gets stained so easily. That, right there, is your golden ticket. That's the opportunity. So, how many products should you launch to start? A whole product line? 3 or 4? No. The answer is 1. Just 1. Your first product is your tuition fee for Amazon University. The goal isn't to get rich. The goal is to learn the entire system, from sourcing to shipping to advertising, with one simple, low-risk product. Nail that, and product number 2 is a walk in the park.
Because let's be real, picking the product is just step 1. It's not the end of the race, it's the starting pistol. What comes next is the actual process, the system you need to follow to turn that idea into a reality.
This is how you take that simple spoon rest idea and make it a real profitable business. First, you gotta do the math, the full cost breakdown. After shipping, taxes, Amazon's fees, is there any profit left? Next, you find a good supplier who can actually make the better version you designed. Then you place a small test order. I'm talking maybe 300 units, not 3,000. Manage your risk. And finally, you plan out your launch. See, it's a system, not a lottery ticket. And just so you know where this info is coming from, this whole framework and the advice here is based on the methods taught by AMZ Product Launcher, which is a coaching business specifically for new sellers here in Australia.
So let's wrap it up with this thought. We've established that picking that first product is, well, it's everything. So the question you need to ask yourself is this. Are you going to use a proven system to find your boring but profitable opportunity? Or are you just going to close your eyes, click a button, and hope for the best?